can you tell that I really wanted this hat? Also this shirt too, it's actually pretty cool. Hey, how's it going? I just woke up. Pretty much so it's like, 10 in the morning, so, Central Time, so it's 11 Eastern, so that time I'm recording. But either way, this is just gonna be like an unedited, well, not unedited, but unscripted review of TJPW Day 1 here in Austin, and I gotta say, I really enjoyed the show for sure. Like the venue itself, I will have one criticism, and it is completely flat. Like it is an exhibition, like convention hall and all that, so, but still it was completely flat because I was just like doing this, doing that, like just trying to watch the matches from behind the person's head. So yeah, that's probably the one criticism, but either way, it was a fun time. The venue was large enough to hold meet and greets and other stuff like a bar and everything, it was a great time out there. Of course, we began with Sierra Namba doing the ring introductions. No house rules this time, so why? But we did kick it off, as always, with the Up Up Girls and special guest, the Megami Maids, a local Texas idol group. We love the collaborations here. Of course, the first match saw former International Princess champion Suzume taking on Uda Takami in her US debut. First off the bat, because it would happen to Suzume and the other wrestlers, the ring ropes needed to be a little tightened or at least dried up because there was a ton of slipping for sure when it's going to the top rope. It even affected Sakura's debut entrance for sure. So we'll get to her in a bit. But nonetheless, Suzume and Uda really put on a hell of a good showing and everything like that. Of course, my section was a bunch of like non-wrestling fans that were like trying to get to the action and I tried to explain to them. And from then on out, they just had a good time for sure. But match quality wise, I say they really kicked it off with a bang to begin this tour, and Suzume really looked good while performing against Uda as well. And Uda pretty much had the whole reaction as well. So, but nonetheless, I will say that the one slip up with the ropes or anything like that really put this match a little bit downer, but I really enjoyed it, and Suzume came out on top. Forgot to mention in my first recording since I just got done with the card, Suzume's match against Uda is her one and done as well as a singles match as she goes onto the road against Mirai for the International Princess Championship. Sorry B, I hope I make it up by getting an autograph. She's no longer a bird, but now a ninja, according to the translation. But Sakura Hattori, the former Kaya Toribami, took on against Shino Suzuki, and I have to admit, she really put on a hell of a good debut for repackaging or anything like that. Like I said before, my section was just completely non-wrestling based, but they loved her immediately she came out. So it was just a fun time and everything like that. Shino really put in the effort as well in showcasing pretty much so I have the same kind of movesets or anything like that. I'm just not this touring person right now, but but nonetheless, Hattori really came out well, really. We still see a little bit of the bird still in there, but beyond that, it's just a completely different character. So the gear, the music, the presentation was really well. And again, the ropes really messed up her entrance at first because she was got to do something from the top rope and then she slipped. And fortunately, she caught herself, but, I just, I want those ropes to be okay and dried or whatever they have to do. But nonetheless, Sakura really put out the effort and she got away with the win as well via submission. I did predict chaos with this one, and oh boy, did it deliver. Next up, Hyper Masao and Mifu Aishida going against Pom Harajuku and Raku. Of course, Raku and Pom go to sleep immediately, and the other team try to get the win. Psych! It was a roll-up pin, and they almost did it, but kicked out, and the shenanigans just led from there. Because later in the match, they got Hyper Masao's bike and everything, and Primo So did a whole circle, and then BAM! Crash into Raku and Pom. And then from there, they come back the issue by going green, because they literally had a cyber car, Tesla kind of thing, made out of cardboard. And of course, Pom rode it and everything, and smacked into the other team. And let's just say we had a good time just experiencing that moment. Of course, since the venue was flat, I couldn't get a vantage point, but good thing I have a really good camera with the phone, and pretty much so we got some footage of it. But nonetheless, the match was really fun, great comedy and everything like that, to just separate the first singles matches, and then we're like, oh, we're not just wrestling, we know how to be comedic as well. So a standard in TJPW, which I really am a fan of. Considering these shows are considered canon to Grand Princess, as these are the last shows heading into the pay-per-view, we did have a warm-up match for Miyu Yamashita and Aristo Endo taking on the team of Yuki Aino and Mizuki. And let's just say the reaction to Yuki Aino and everything like that really took me off guard, because I was trying to get some vantage points of the streamers, right? Like, you got Yamashita, you Watanabe later on. Like, these are the big names. And yet, Yuki Aino got the most streamers. Like, to me, that is really heartwarming. I'm very happy that she got the fan base and everything like that. And it really reflected, too, because she just went off. Like, she was just a powerhouse at this match. And her and Yamashita really did well and everything like that between the two. I really got to give her props for that as well. And of course, we got Yamashita and Mizuki. I mean, what else can you say? Like, they put on the effort as always. And of course, my section popped big because, again, casuals, but they know Mizu because of the Whirling Candy, the memes and all that. And they really popped for her, Like, they really enjoyed her moveset and everything. Match-wise, like I said, it's another one that takes it out of the ring and just scurries everyone. Yamashita with Aino, Arisu with Mizuki. We got Mizuki and Arisu on this side of the arena. And pretty much they win KY as well. But on the other side of the arena, Yamashita just went for it and just shoom, right into Aino in the seats. At the end of the day, Yamashita and Arisu got the win, and now they are looking forward to against Spark Rush, which is Takumi Iroha and Sari. Considering you can't give away a match for free in Texas before a pay-per-view, might as well replace the one person with another person. But still, it's a great team up. Shoko Nakajima steps up as she teams up with Wakana Yurihara and against the Inspiration. Considering the 3 out of the 4 people in this match are going for the tag team belts, this is also a one and done of a warm-up match. Obviously, they were attacking Shoko as well, but they were mainly focused on Wakana since they are going for the tag team belts. Let's just say that Wakana was trying to fight back as hard as she can and everything, but at the end of the day, the Inspiration just got the teamwork together and basically got the win. So heading into the Grand Princess as 1-0 and 1 and done. And then finally, we got our main event. Miyu Watanabe and Rika Tatsumi team up to go against Kamiyu and Yuki Arai. Let's just say I did give my section a heads up that between Arai and Miyu getting for the belt at Grand Princess, these are the ones to watch, and boy was I correct. It just went blow for blow, and it's pretty much like they're trying to continue the storyline of who's better, of Arai or Watanabe. Meanwhile, Rika and Kamiya were just going at it as well. The eye pokes, the choking, and everything like that. The standard between those two. But regardless, the whole thing was about Arai and Miyu. And pretty much so they delivered what they can right now between these two against each other. Nonetheless, this match was really fun and heavy hitting. And yeah, Watanabe and Rika got the win. And another L goes into Arai's road to the championship. Of course, we got a stare down between the two at ringside near my section, so I did get some vantage points for that. Nonetheless, what a great way to end day 1 in Austin as we head into day 2 later today. As now we go into the phone here, your card for day 2 is looking like this. From the main event to the first match, Yuki Arai will team up against Mifu Ashida as they're going against Shinon Suzuki and Arisu Endo. Coming up next, another singles match for Sakura Hattori as she goes against Hyper Masao. Uber Eats team up for once as Kamiyu is going fuck. Yuki Kamifuku go. I keep saying going. Oh man, they're not facing each other. At least not yet. Kamiyu and Wakana Yurihara are teaming up against Palm Harajuku and Raku. So we get to see those two again pairing. Maybe the return of the Tesla? The love for Yuki Aino continues as she's going to be in a singles match against Rika Tatsumi. And then we have a special match that we're going to highlight on this one, which is Miyu Yamashita versus Shoko Nakajima. Like, what? I mean, this is literally a Grand Princess or any kind of match on a pay-per-view level given to us here in America. So this is going to be one of the best matches to watch and keep an eye on. So highly recommend if you're watching a Wrestle Universe or coming to the show as well. So stick around for that one. It should be a fun time. And of course, in your main event, Miyu Watanabe and Suzume team up as they're going against Uta Takami and Mizuki. Just like Yuki Arai, but backwards, as Uta went from the first match on day 1 to the main event in day 2. As I said before, I enjoyed the show as a fan and everything like that. Just being back in a wrestling ring, watching Joshi wrestling, just felt amazing for sure. And the meet and greets were also great. Heads up, if you're thinking about meet and greets, you do have to pay up front. It's $30 and they'll give you a ticket and an 8x10 or 9x12 considering the measurements. But nonetheless, it already comes right away, so all you have to do is just stand in line, give them the ticket, and they'll sign your autograph and talk to them if you want. Like I said, the venue itself is flat, but regardless, you're enjoying wrestling with a bunch of other people, either hardcore fans or just casuals there for South by Southwest. And I just gotta say, it was a really fun time in my section, so, thanks to you guys and everybody else who might be showing up for day 2 in that section too. So let's see. Of course, day 2 will start a little earlier, as it'll now be at 6 p.m., still at the Polar Event Center in Austin, Texas. But besides that, this show was really fun, and I'm glad I got my cowboy hat and my manga shirt. Manga, I gotta say that right. But like I said, fun time yesterday, and now today we get to do it again, just an hour earlier. So hopefully by the time we leave, it'll be by 10. So we'll see. But nonetheless, that will be it for my review, my quick review of the TJPW Austin Day 1. 1 down, 3 more to go as we got Austin here, and then basically Dallas and Houston on Saturday and Sunday. Besides that, thank you for watching, thank you for listening, and yeah, I'll see you when I see you. Take care, y'all.